Alright, boom. Episode 37, guys. Let's say what's real. This is weird. So,
Not too much. Not too much.
no, the beats are amazing, by the way.
Oh, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
it.
of course, bro. Of course. This type of episode is kind of. I don't know really how to start an episode off like this, but I've never actually had to do this. So,
It's a little surreal, but necessary.
somebody that was really, I would say, more than just someone like I worked with, more than a coworker, passed away recently. I did want to speak. I did want to speak on it because obviously, like, that person meant a lot to me. You
Right.
meant a lot to a lot of people that we know.
Right.
Yeah. But so before we get started, though, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for his GoFundMe. So anybody who's watching, anybody who's listening on Spotify, Apple Podcast, go to the YouTube video, guys. I will leave a link in the description. Yeah, and if you guys can donate anything to his GoFundMe, that'd be really, really appreciated, because I think GoFundMe still takes
A percentage?
Yeah, they still do that still. So obviously not all the money's going to go to his family.
Right, but most of it. I mean, whatever you can helps.
Yeah, and we're talking about somebody that I really, really respect. His name is Ruben. He passed away recently. Don't know why. And, usually that kind of stuff, I don't really...
It's not necessary.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter to me.
know?
Obviously, like, it doesn't matter how you went because you're gone.
Yeah.
Instead of talking about, like, just, like, that type of stuff, I just want to celebrate him, bro.
Right.
He was an amazing man, amazing coworker, amazing friend.
And he talked to everybody with the same level of respect. That's the one thing I can remember. Even though I didn't get to hang out with him as much as you did and some other people, that was one thing I always remember from him. So appreciate it, bro. This one's honestly for you, man. One time.
It's the quote, right? He treated everybody like, from the CEO to the janitor, treated everybody the same. That's why he's so loved. Mm-hmm. You don't find people like that, bro.
It's rare now, especially nowadays. People who will do it even when there's no benefit for them towards you. Like, there's nothing you can really do for them. That's
special type of person, man.
Yeah.
It kind of gives me like Robin Williams vibes, bro. Like somebody who wants to make everybody else happy. Somebody who wants to make everybody else smile. Someone who goes out of their way to, and I want to bring up some memories.
Right.
I think that'd be perfect, bro.
Why not?
And one of my favorite memories, and I don't know why this is one of my favorite memories of Ruben, but one time Justin and Josh, and this is before Josh started working with us.
Okay.
So Justin and Josh come in late at night and they start making their own key. At the sporting goods center?
Yeah.
These guys, they start making their own key. And Ruben saw them and was just staring at them. And, like, I forgot what exactly was going on, but, like, Justin and Josh were struggling with the cassette or something. And then Josh looks at Ruben, he's like, oh, so you guys think you just do whatever you want, huh? Like, in a funny way. And it was just funny. That's how he ended up meeting my cousin.
That's exactly how he talked, though, still. Oh, you guys just doing whatever, huh? Just whatever works, huh? Okay.
Yeah, and I always brought that memory up to him, like, hey, you remember when my brother thought he could make his own key without asking anybody for help? But obviously, we know Justin did ask for help. No one came, so he made it himself.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, good times.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only one I can really remember is, you remember when I had a really, really an off day with somebody who, shall not be spoken, but and I usually don't, but I was just ready to, like, literally fight one of our coworkers. And I was just, and even when I told him, he was just like, okay, I understand why, but don't do that, Like, he didn't take it as, like, an insult. He didn't take it as, like, oh, aggression is a threat. He just tried to talk to me, try to calm me down, try to just be, for the most part, man, just treat me like everybody else, bro. And I was just, like we were talking outside the job. And that's why I was just like, yeah, man, regardless of how the little bit of time we spent, I appreciate that dude, bro. It hurts regardless.
That day too.
But yeah, man, gotta have them good memories with him, man. So I'm glad you did.
I had a lot. There was this one time, I won't say her name. I didn't ask her for permission for the story, but one time she had to return a pair of AirPods that she had bought. Something about, like, school or bills, obviously life struggles. Yeah. So while she's in line returning them, he got her a pair of AirPods, bro. He's like, hey, no, you deserve to have AirPods. Like, I'm not about to let you go without AirPods. Like, you worked super hard to get them. You know, like, he was that type of guy, dude.
Yeah, man.
And it's like, I don't know. So obviously, like, after he had left our store and everything, I ended up hanging out with him a couple times after. Obviously, I wished I had done that more.
Right.
But this alone makes me. I straight up messaged you that same night. I was like, hey, Ricky, we're not wasting the new year anymore. I'm not about to sit here and go, oh, what if? I don't want to do that anymore. That's kind of like motivated me to be like,
do something now.
Yeah, like, hey, we got to do this now. We're not going to get...
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of close to our age.
Yeah, man. He's only a few years younger than us. Or older than us.
Yeah, so I mean, like, life, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, man. It just sucks, bro. It sucks. Not much to say. But, like I said, he wouldn't want us to be too negative on it anyway.
I don't think he would, man.
That dude was always down to have a good time, have a smile, so.
He loved making people laugh, bro.
Mm-hmm. He's a little crazy like us. That's the only reason he likes us.
No, if you guys, like I said in the beginning, guys, go to the description, donate to the GoFundMe. You know, all my condolences to your family too, Ruben. Anybody who's watching this from his family, he was very loved, very respected by a lot of people. A lot of people loved your son, your brother, your nephew, your grandson. A lot of people loved him. He was a very loved person on here. So,
oh man,
yeah. So on to the next topic. So I get a lot of comments. I don't know if you see them. Yeah, I mean, I barely. I get it sometimes.
Depends on what platform.
Well, I would say I get these more in person.
Okay.
And the main top comments I get are, "Hey, why isn't Justin in any of the videos?"
Why, indeed.
Yeah, and it's true, and it's one of those things because they saw us start off with the WPOB one,
right?
And me and him did the banana review,
right? The originals, yeah.
Yeah, and so people, I think that's where that question stems from. But I'm just kind of sick of answering it, dude. You know?
You might have to come on here and let people know you're still alive, man.
Yeah.
You're still kicking. You know?
He's like, oh, why did you kick your brother off? That's something I always get. Why did you kick your brother off the show? I didn't kick my brother in anything. You know? And or I always get like, hey, why don't you do that show with him anymore? And it's like, bro.
Oh, the reviews. Yeah.
Anything. I mean, Justin doesn't like being on camera, guys, even though people like seeing him on camera. He just doesn't like being on camera.
They like your face.
You know?
It's okay.
He's like, I don't what the fuck,
I guess you can get lucky and see it.
No, what I should say is, oh yeah, hey guys, I do keep him in a dungeon. That's where he sleeps, and I just have him edit videos all day. And then he only gets to come out and see sunshine during the filming, and I just beat him the whole time. Yeah. That's why he does on the videos.
He looks pretty good to be in the fucking dungeon all day.
He's not pale.
I mean, really, you guys, he just doesn't like us. For the most part, it's probably what it is. Probably just doesn't like us. It's cool.
Yeah, sometimes he says certain things like that. I'm like, okay, just do what you gotta do, okay? You know what I mean? I probably annoy my brother so much. I don't need to annoy him further by having him on camera. So if we can just...
I'd pay to see y'all squabble, though.
To fight?
Drama sells.
On camera, bro?
It's just be a roast session all day. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter which part
I want to debate my brother, but I don't know what would me and him would even debate.
Oh, man, the shit that irritates you guys.
He's probably going to be like me. I irritate him.
So
how do I debate myself? You know what I mean? How do I debate myself?
How do I debate? Am I? Yes. All right, well, maybe. See?
Well, it's like, and I get the questions on Warren, too. Like, hey... Warren doesn't do the show anymore. It's not a big deal. It's not like me and him. There's no beefing. Like it's the same thing with that.
And really, when you think about it, though, man, everybody's life is changing right now. It's the new year. It's just like we said, everybody is on the kind of the point of you shouldn't waste your time. So Warren got things he need to do. Justin got things he need to do. Besides that, whatever they might be, but still,
Warren. The thing with Warren is, and I kind of wanted to address this. His fiance, girlfriend, whatever he calls her, I love her.
Right.
Great person, Lisa. She's been sick almost this last whole year or two.
Yeah, you got it.
You know, with personal stuff. So it's not like I wasn't like
priorities.
keeping him off the show and I'm the, you know,
Right.
I'm the overlord. It's like I told him straight up. I said, "Hey, bro, take care of your family, bro. I'll be here when you're back."
You got to.
I say that to all my friends, bro. I'll be here when you get back. I'm not. There's no like. But with Justin, yeah, he doesn't like being on camera. Josh doesn't either. So I have to get them at gunpoint.
Hey, man, pull out the strap.
Like, hey, one of you guys is get on this on the mic.
See.
And it's usually always Josh. But I don't know. I don't know if it was with you. But I did tell people like, hey, I'm not getting Justin on camera until we get 1 million subscribers.
Hey.
So if you guys want to see him on camera, get 1 million subscribers.
Hey, start spamming that shit to random people.
I know, but he hasn't been on this channel.
Right.
Justin's on the WPOB channel.
I'm gonna start just now.
But he won't be on this one until we get 1 million.
Hey.
So
hey.
Get people hella like worked up.
Call your friends. Call your people. Add them in. Add them in. Might as well.
This next part, okay, off the Justin shit, this next part has been hella in demand. I had people hit me up, Ricky. When are you guys going to talk about Mandalorian Season 2 review, bro? And the finale. You know, I had Axel, I love you, bro. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, he stays. Hey, yo, he's consistent. Shout out to you, Axel.
Yeah.
He's consistent.
A couple other people kept bothering me about it too. Well, not bother me. I'm not bothered by like that kind of stuff. But anyways, they hit me up. All I gotta say is 2 words, dude. Luke fucking Skywalker. That I can't. I'll let you go. I want to hear from you, bro.
Go ahead. See, for me, that wasn't the part that hit. It was just seeing Boba Fett in there. And now with the final scene you just showed me, the book of Boba. Personally, I feel like, I mean, can you really ask for more? They gave the last 3 episodes were like pure action, right? You know where the story's going. They got you waiting for more. They answered questions and gave you more. The only thing that you can really, I guess, kind of question is what the Mandalorian's really going to do at this point.
I think they kind of set some stuff up for that.
But yeah, even still, depending with all the, I would say the new roles all the side characters play. You know, the sniper, the girl he was with the whole time.
Fennec Shand, yeah.
Yeah, Gina Carano.
You saw her in the trailer for the Boba Fett show.
Exactly. You see, so they kind of have everybody else. And let's be real. I mean, the dude's a bounty hunter. I mean, this is like Disney's hardest shit right here. You know, it's just like...
Well, they did a couple things. One, I'm 100% surprised that they let Grogu go. I didn't think they were going to do it.
It was a little too much. Probably.
That's their biggest moneymaker right now. Is Din Djarin and Grogu are their biggest cash cows right now. Yeah. I really didn't think this season would end with Grogu going away, but he did. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of cried, dude, when he touches Din's mask and Din breaks his goddamn creed
again.
But he breaks his creed to show Grogu his face. And like the music, I was like, you know.
Furry little hand, but it stinks.
I nerded out, man. I did. Dude.
It was a deep moment, bro. I'm going to be real. I was happy about it. I was happy to see the little fucker go.
What did you think of Luke, though? Did you like the de-aging more camel face? I didn't really.
No.
I didn't like it at all.
No. No. I know everybody else was probably happy to see him, but for me, I was just like... I thought it was gonna be what was her name? The first Jedi. Ahsoka. I thought it was gonna be her.
That would have been badass.
I thought it was gonna be her. I was a little more happy, but it's like out of the blue, like Luke, like okay, but at the same time, it felt like they just wanted to leave it on a high note. So I mean,
I didn't like the CGI, but I'm like, it's Luke. So
right. I mean, it's right. It sounded like Luke. They had the whole fit down, and I was just like, really, even in the hoodie, but
with the black glove, everything.
But yeah, like I said, it was I didn't see it coming.
When I'm pretty sure I annoyed Emily and Zach, but when that scene started happening, the X-wing flies by. I was like, no, please, don't do it. That's not Luke. I was like, just, and then she's like, oh, great, 1 X-wing, we're safe now.
See?
And I was like, okay, guys. Don't tell me it's Luke, dude. And then Bo-Katan, and then, you know, Baby Yoda starts, like, his ears start going up, and he's, like, looking around. And I'm like, okay, no. They're probably just trying to trick us.
See?
I'm so used to the sequels and tricking. It's like, and then Bo-Katan goes, "Oh, address yourself." He did it. And you see a hooded figure walking forward. Then the fucking green lightsaber pops out. And I'm like, Emily, it's Luke, dude. It's fucking Luke.
See what I'm saying? That pacing was awesome, bro. Because, be honest, if they didn't have Luke there, would it taken away from the ending for you?
No, I think a big part of the ending, which was cool, which made it fun, was the guessing.
Service. Yes.
Guessing which Jedi was going to show up for Grogu.
Because they're killing the fan service, one.
They're doing it good.
Right. And then they're still changing up certain elements and focusing on certain storylines. So it seems like, even when I talk to you, it's not so cut and dry what you know is going to happen, which is always a relief. So like you said, you probably pissed her off then, but the fact that you guys can watch it together and enjoy different things, that's what makes this shit good. I don't know anything still, mostly about Star Wars, and I can watch Mandalorian and don't feel like I'm missing out on a damn thing.
I love that about the show, man.
Right.
I think Emily and Zach feel the same way. They don't really... Well, Emily's into Star Wars more now, but like someone like Zach can watch it and like it.
See?
He doesn't have to know the past.
Right.
Because the show does good at kind of just explaining it to you.
Right.
Like, oh, we're remnants of the Empire. We're just trying to,
Right. And for you, that makes all the sense in the world. The time period while they're doing certain shit.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like, okay, the Empire's bad. Bam. Let's keep it going. And then the pacing's good, man.
Well, for people who are asking, because I've had actually quite a few people ask me this week, like the timeline. This takes place 5 years after the events of Episode 6. So right now in the show, Kylo would be 4 years old. So yeah, he hasn't trained his nephew yet.
So but this is still after he beat Vader and all that.
Yeah.
Lost his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's interesting where they're going to take this, because like obviously
it's in between that time jump.
Kylo destroyed Luke's temple in Episode 8. Remember? They show you that. I don't think Grogu gets killed in that temple attack, but I mean, that's interesting that he goes with Luke Skywalker. Where does Luke take him?
And what's crazy is it's like whenever he's going to have that, even if he's already 50, like who knows when this little shit's going to start talking. It's not really going to...
Well, Yoda died at like, what, 900 something? So
yeah, so it's like...
Grogu's
it's gonna
the
be
future
kinda,
of Star Wars, man.
Right. And I think that's kind of why they took him away for a minute, to let everybody focus on not just their dynamic. Like that part is kind of like... He took care of him. Because let's be real, like after a certain while, it'd be like, damn, are there no Jedi at all?
Yeah, or what you just said about him talking. We're gonna go like 5 or 4 seasons with no talking and his baby grunts. He's gonna have some development.
Right, we're gonna need something between him and Pedro Pascal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mando. So I like all the characters they brought in, and villain or not, they're really not quick to kill somebody off.
For sure. What did you think of Moff Gideon? And I forgot his name in real life. I'm so sorry.
Right, but Breaking Bad actor. I forget his name.
Justin, what's his name from Breaking Bad? The villain. I hella forgot, dude.
Same actor from The Boys.
Esposito, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
I loved him as Moff Gideon, bro.
Honestly, man, with the whole dynamic of him knowing, what was it, the Mandalorian queen or ruler?
Bo-Katan. He took the darksaber from her, basically.
Right, with him knowing her whole background and not even seeming like the best saber wielder, it was a really good fight. It was more interesting than I thought. Like between the way they played it off, between him, how hard it was just him fighting one of those dark troopers.
Yeah, the dark troopers, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Which they're from a video game. They're from like Legends.
Right.
But they're really popular in a video game called Jedi Outcast.
Right. And even still, you've seen them in certain, like, you can see them in certain other video games like Star Wars Unleashed, shit like that. Battlefront, I think. Was it Battlefield?
I think it's Battlefield, yeah.
Yeah, but even still, it's like, man, wait, like I said, bro, to not even end on a huge... oh, this is like everybody's ending type thing. It really kind of brought in, I would say, everybody's sort of looking for their ambitions, like what they want. Like Bo-Katan, you can tell at the end, she looked at him like, all right, I might kill him.
Well, so the thing is, somebody brought this up that in Rebels, Sabine just gives Bo-Katan the darksaber. Bo-Katan doesn't have to fight her for it. Doesn't have to like get ownership of it. So I'm wondering where the rules changed for the darksaber.
You think it's probably it's probably a time limit that they might explain later.
Yeah, because they're probably gonna say, hey, Mandalorians made it to where like, hey, if you're gonna wield a darksaber, you had to have earned it off somebody. And you can't just be given it anymore.
And you did see that she said that after a certain while, a certain cult of Mandalorians broke off and did their own thing.
Yeah.
So obviously, whatever her ruling was and whatever other Mandalorians' ruling was, it was just different. But we'll see that. Watch between season three.
I'm excited. I hope so. John Favreau made a comment about the show being sort of like Game of Thrones. So maybe one episode we follow Dan and Bo-Katan. One episode we follow Boba. One episode we follow Luke and Grogu.
I would like it.
That'd be cool. It'd be a Game of Thrones. I like that.
I think honestly, because I just got into watching Clone Wars with my nephew. That's kind of how they play it. You know, you'll see a couple of scenes of the quote unquote good guys, whether that's Anakin, whether that's somebody
Obi-Wan
else,
and all them, yeah.
right? And then it switches off to you see what the villains are doing for a good 2 to 3 episodes.
I like that.
And that exactly, it gives you time that even if you don't relate to this character, you get a good variety, and it's better storytelling. It's better storytelling, and it's not linear.
Awesome storytelling. Yeah,
man.
You're right, dude.
Bro.
I think they're leading up to Thrawn being like, like John Favreau started off the MCU
Yeah.
with the Iron Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
So they think that the Ahsoka show, Rangers of the New Republic, Mandalorian, Book of Boba, all these shows are going to culminate into one villain being Thrawn. He'll be like the Thanos of this little like TV movie universe.
We'll see how that goes.
And I think that I like that, man.
I'm about to keep that as a theory.
But Luke Skywalker, dude. Before we get to the next topic, actually,
Right. This was one thing we got to talk about.
yeah, there's a popular YouTube channel called Star Wars Explained, and I'm subscribed to them,
Right.
and I watch them, and like I'm super big into the Star Wars YouTubers.
No. Yeah. No shit.
Star Wars Theory, love him. I love Eckhart Slatter. I love Lore Master, the Den of Nerds. Like these
Right.
guys are like I love watching these guys.
Right. Anybody who watches this
Geeks and
can tell
Gamers.
this dude loves it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Geeks and Gamers, like I love those guys. Like those guys, I watch them like every day, bro. Right?
You're a
So when
fan.
like recently when Pablo Hidalgo came out and was like making fun of a fan for crying, which he made fun of Star Wars Theory,
Okay.
it was bullshit. Like what? You guys just get to ridicule fans and make fun of them all the time with no repercussion?
I mean,
They finally apologized. They've never apologized for making fun of a fan before until now.
why would they need to apologize?
I mean, so I think they do because they've allowed this behavior to continue for too long.
Is it like in bad taste or something like that?
It's just like
Because like we roast people all the time.
we do, but we're not representatives of a huge IP or a huge company.
That's true. I'm not writing Star Wars shitting on people for crying about Star Wars.
Yeah, right. Like me and you are
I'll
the
take
writers of
that.
the movies. We make fun of people for crying because we put Luke Skywalker at the end of the. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel that. Nah, I feel that.
I was watching a live stream today, and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers had mentioned how they were blocking people who were following him on Twitter. I was like, okay, well, I went to go check, and I wasn't following Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, but I ended up following him when I noticed that.
Right.
Then I went to Star Wars Explained. They had blocked me from everything on their Twitter. I don't know them. I've never talked about them. I literally don't know them. Like, that's so weird. Like, they even brought that up in the live stream. How, that's like their version of gatekeeping.
But they blocked you.
They blocked me from not only their Star Wars Explained Twitter, but their other ones.
The ones you watch.
No. Their other Twitter. Like, I think it's like Star Wars Explained. It's him and his wife.
Okay.
So his wife's account, his account. And I'm thinking to myself, like,
So do they do this mass block shit?
I guess. And I'm like, I've never made a video about you. I've supported your channel. I'm subscribed to you. I watch your stuff. That is completely, you want to talk about movie executives making fun of people for content, right?
Right.
And being weird towards fans. You're being weird towards YouTube fans.
But-
I've never said a goddamn thing about these guys.
And that's the issue right there, right? That little... Bro, it's almost like they get sensitive when they criticize. That's what it sounded like. And which is kind of like a culture anyway, right? You can text people whatever you want, right? And then play victim. And it's like you said, like you haven't done anything to these people for the most part. You ain't texted them, you ain't talked about them. And 90% of the shit that we talk about or you talk about, mostly you, because of course this is yours.
Yeah.
It's all positive for Star Wars.
We're not a drama channel either.
But- And that's what I mean. They only did that mass blocking, bro, because they just don't want to hear fans. They don't want to hear, like you said, if they're talking about fans, and then you guys are going to instantly go ahead and block them, like, Just call it what it
his
is, man.
name's
They're not-
Alex.
they
And,
don't-
and his wife's name's Molly. Alex and Molly. They're a good couple. Like, I think it's cool that they're a couple that do Star Wars YouTube.
Right, but that's
And
what
they have a
I'm
huge
saying.
following.
That don't mean just because you got a good product don't mean you respectful or you able just to listen to criticisms.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's not even you. So it sounds like they just took it too far, man. Which is, you already know, if it wasn't you, yeah, they're mad about something else. Has nothing to do with you.
Well, not only is it kind of disheartening because we don't have thousands and millions of subscribers and supporters yet.
Right.
We're not there yet. Okay. So we're a very relatively we're a smaller channel. I'm not about to sit here and gas me up. We're a smaller channel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it's
Gotta start
me,
somewhere,
you, and
though,
Dustin,
baby.
when it's like 3 people, that is what we have a dream, we're shooting for. Okay. Now, what this doesn't mean though is if you guys end up seeing this, we're gonna unblock you and we're gonna make things right. I don't want that anymore. I don't want that type of behavior around me at all.
I think
Once I find out you're like that, hey, you guys make good content. Congrats on the success. I hope you guys continue to have success. I don't want a part of it now.
right.
I'm unsubscribing. I don't unblock me and try to talk to me. Like, I'm good, bro. Like,
because
I
it's
wish
not
you the
genuine.
best. Yeah, and
it's
I wish,
not a two-way street.
yeah, exactly. I wish you guys the best of luck. The fact that they even went on a mass block like that.
And that's why
It's
I
like-
said, remember I told you before, like, it's cool because, and we talked about it before, like one of our videos, you got like your first dislikes, right? But I was saying, like, that's fine. Debate us. And I don't even think that's ever an issue. If I ever say anything somebody doesn't agree with, debate me, teach me, tell me. I don't care.
You're
Now,
the
if you tell
baby
me,
of debating, dude.
right? Hey,
You're
hey,
killing it, dude.
bro,
Yeah.
I'll push your ass into doing it in a heartbeat. But the issue is, it's like, why shy from the subject? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it could just be a misunderstanding, right? Or like you said, I'm not even involved with whatever you guys are mad about. So, yeah, man, it's just being open to criticisms. That's what it sounds like, and it sounds like they're just not for their channel.
Like, what if I was somebody that super chatted them all the time?
Right?
And I paid for all their merchandise and I actually supported with my money.
They wasted your cash.
You blocked me for
Right.
what?
Right?
What if I wanted to reach out and say, hey, I'm a big fan. Like, can you give me tips on my channel? Like, is there any tips you can give me that,
Yeah, man.
I can't do that now because you guys blocked me.
Yeah.
So
That's what I said.
instead of being angry, bro, what I'm going to do is say, hey, like I told you, best of luck.
Yeah, do you think?
We don't
plenty
need
of-
you.
And there's plenty of people who still talk. That's a couple million easy dollar franchise, multi-million-dollar franchise. There's plenty of avenues to talk about Star Wars, bro.
Yeah, exactly. When
plenty of
Star Wars
avenues.
Theory crying, like, that's not even a big deal. Like, he has
Yeah.
a huge following.
Yeah, so
He
it's
cried
like,
when Luke came on screen. I cried when Luke came on screen.
you guys cried for a lot more shit than
Well,
that.
I just
probably.
don't have 3 million
right.
subscribers to show that to,
Right.
and I wouldn't even
But-
mind. It'd be
and-
funny to me.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, even with that, I'm pretty sure the dude who was crying expected to get talked about a little bit.
He
You
probably
see what
did a
I'm
little bit.
saying? So it's cool. So, that's what I'm saying. That's just them. That's their own type of personality. They can't take it. So it's all good. Best of luck to them.
Yeah, and now that I'm thinking of it, I'm like, you know what, bro? That's not the right vibe for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the right vibe. Before we get off the Star Wars stuff, I want to ask you what you think Grogu's fate's going to be.
I feel like he'll hit him with like
Not his overall fate, his fate with Luke.
I'm gonna be real. I think he's gonna get better with the Force, and he'll probably be able to baby talk when we see him again.
Like, talk like a baby?
I wouldn't even be shocked because remember what Ahsoka?
Mm-hmm.
Remember she said he had kind of like, for lack of a better word, basically like PTSD.
In like a dark period in his life, yeah.
Right.
Where he basically hid his powers.
How many kids do we know beautiful are like abused and they just shut down?
A lot. I was
You know
one
what
of
I'm
them,
saying?
man.
Some kids just shut down. Some people just shut down, or they just stop talking, stop saying anything. So I wouldn't even be too shocked if it'd be easy. Matter of fact, remember how she was basically like force speaking to him?
Mm-hmm.
If he just learned to do that, yeah. So now you had a Grogu voice in like your head.
I was talking.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see that. Just he able, like, they doesn't have to be like full sentences, but give me like some broken, like,
The only problem I see with that and just regular talking is I don't think we're gonna accept.
his
I didn't
voice.
think I was gonna accept his name. I love his name, Grogu. That's fine.
Would you be okay with it if like he was like he mumbled to us, but in their heads they got it? Like, so you would just see the person like respond to what whatever like they heard.
I mean, they kind of already do that with the droids. People respond
Right.
to the droids when they're just like beep 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 beep. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So they could just do that. That might actually be an easy way out. So honestly, that's
I think
all
Luke
I feel
will
like.
train him for like 5 years.
Yeah, I feel like Luke was just gonna put him in a spot where he's able to be with somebody and not be a hindrance. You know, it's gonna make him a little more capable. I think not so much as a tool, like a weapon, like he can just battle another Jedi or something like that. But he's just gonna make him more capable. When we see him again, he'll be like, "All right, I gotta toss this guy and I don't pass out."
Yeah, he won't pass out from tossing him.
Right. That's all. You know, something.
Pause for sure, but yeah.
Freak.
It's like, hey, Grogu, get your ass over here.
Get your ass over here. Stop that. Get your finger out of there.
Yeah. No, if you got for the people listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, unfortunately, this next segment you're not going to be able to see. So head over to YouTube, guys. So basically, I'm going to continue meme of the week, and meme of the week, bro. It's this one right here. So from Hood Clubs posted it. Shout out to you, Hood Clubs, friend of the show, by the way. I don't even know who that is, but friend of the show. They have more clout than me, so for sure, fan of the show. But
Heck yeah.
you could enter So the meme says, you could enter one of these universes and get with a Shordy. I said that like an old white guy. A Shordy.
A Shorty.
Which one are y'all choosing?
They didn't even use T.
That's a body bag lineup, Ricky.
Yeah, at one point, all these. So, all right, first part, they're all animated. If you guys are listening, they're all animated. First part we got
I'll let
is.
you name them off. Yeah, you name them off.
First one we got is Jessica Rabbit. You already know Jessica Rabbit from the classic. Your parents know. Ask her. You can definitely see it. The second one, and I don't remember the name, but Angelina Jolie's fish from Shark Tales. Can't remember. But she's already out the gate for me just because...
I want some fish sticks here.
Yeah, fish sticks for the kids. Third one, I'm sorry. Lola Bunny, Space Jam. Y'all know what it is. Anybody's my age, hey, man. Y'all know what y'all was marketing that was terrible.
Now, was Lola underage? Because I didn't look that up.
But see, at the same time, she can't be because Bugs is old as fuck. Can't be. What is Bugs? Came out in like the 60s?
Yeah, but 50s? I mean, like in the story wise, like it. You know, like Ash Ketchum's always 10.
Nah. Because Bugs was like always 20. He had too many bad innuendos. We knew that.
Then we have the
Bugs was drinking, and then we got the classic, you guys, Mrs. Incredible. And yet again, Andrew, you got an issue with this. She's always, what was it, you, Justin, who just said that? She's always in this lineup. Yeah,
she is, no, for sure. I've done a couple, I think like 3 or 4 now, where she's always in like the choose one lineup.
Hey, she's a top level hitter. She's the Halle Berry of the
and that's a real
right
scene. Is that a real scene where she looks back like that?
Yeah, with the scene when she checks how she's fitting in the outfit when she gets in again. God. Yeah, it's Incredibles 2 right there.
Miss Incredible. I think it's because I have mom issues. I'm just gonna say it. I probably have mom. You know, most white guys do, bro. They have like open and out like mom issues, and then she's also like super dumb thick.
And that's a fatty issue right there.
That's just like, bro, get behind that like.
That's a Weight Watchers issue right there. But anyway, so
I got 6 cars for this 12-port garage.
So who we be picking? Who we be picking?
Dude, I don't.
So because we looked at it, I'm gonna go first. Tell you right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
If we're gonna throw this in order, but say you got to enter one of these universe and get with the Shorty. Y'all playing, y'all tripping. I'm older. I'm a 90 baby. I'm going Jessica Rabbit, not just for the looks, but she got with criminals. You can do whatever, and she's staying. Her dudes was broke. I'm going Jessica Rabbit. And if not that, Miss Incredible. Y'all know what to do.
But you have to be in their universe, though.
That's
you have
okay.
to be in the Looney Tunes
There's
universe.
nothing but mobsters in her universe. She got what? First of all, I'm shooting Mr. Rabbit. What is it? What is his name? What was his name?
It's Bugs Bunny.
Nah, it wasn't him. It was, oh my God, what is that dude's name? It was like, she was in like one of the first live action movies.
With Michael Jordan, the Space Jam?
Nah, Jessica Rabbit on the left. She's with top left.
Oh, she's with Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Man, I'm cooking his ass in a stew. It's done. She's mine. After that, it's a wrap. But you get with Mrs. Incredible, man. You got to do good. She got kids. She got bodies. Nah, I'm good. I deal with Mr. Incredible on the weekends because we want to babysit the kids. Nah, I'm good.
Can I see my kids, bro? Like, damn, go with your kids.
Body your ass.
I'll
kid.
put up with that, though. I would put up with that to smash Mr. Incredible. I might O.J. Simpson somebody. Bro, I might commit a murder, dude, for sure. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
Hey,
Did y'all raise your
stretchiness?
voice to my wife, dude, or like?
with the stretchiness though, hey, I feel you a freak.
Because I would do the fish one, Angelina Jolie's fish. It's just like
But she's a
I don't
fish,
want to be
bro.
a fish, bro.
You don't want
Plain and simple.
What is it? Like, you know when like it's a bad thing, like when people be like, smells like fish. Like, what the fuck? You know, no, you don't want to go there, buddy. You don't deal with that.
Okay.
Besides, man, she was a gold digger. I remember this. I remember that movie.
Yeah, and Jessica Rabbit wasn't. She was loyal to Roger.
Loyal.
Lola was loyal. And Miss
Cabal.
Incredible, as far as I know, is loyal. Yeah, you're right. I'm not picking Yeah. So Angelina's Jolie.
She's out, bro. She's out. She's a gold. We don't do those. After that, you got 3 of them. You got Miss Incredible, Jessica Rabbit, who gonna ride with you no matter what you do, and Lola, who gonna ball on that ass.
What are you picking, Dustin? He better not say the one we just X'd out.
You know you're not picking the fish girl, so don't even toss her in there.
I think Justin would pick Lola, bro. Lola's his type of girl, man. Maybe I'm wrong, dude, but
Ball him up.
Probably go with Rickey.
He said it. Jessica Rabbit, you know what's up, right?
Yeah,
She's a
dude.
writer. She's a writer. She
She's
may
a
be crazy,
big
but it's all good.
Fake plastic tiggle bitties, dude.
Basically.
Picture of like her whole body as she's
Bruh, she still looks, bro, she looks like how girls are trying to get now. Y'all want to see that? Yeah.
She busty.
She busty.
She mega busty.
Right. And other than
Looks
that,
like
you get
somebody-
Miss Incredible who could just do it for you one day, you know? Like, what do you want large today, babe?
She's a writer. She looks like she's cowgirl season all fucking day, dude.
You can have any type of fetish with Miss Incredible.
But for Jessica Rabbit, it's like, hey, what she looks like is like
She's
she looks like
stupid.
somebody Donald Trump would try to fuck.
She's dumb thick. Retarded. She looks like an IG model. Back then. Stupid.
She's like, hey, Roger, I just want to talk. Remember in the movie?
I just love you right now, bro. Hold y'all tight.
Didn't she have all the old men's ties like,
Right.
like zipping
Ready
up
to
and-
shoot somebody
yeah.
for him too because he couldn't fight? Yeah. Yeah, bro.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Miss Incredible's that for me.
Right, but you can't do nothing bad. And she's gonna be like, "Come home, Andrew. Like, shouldn't you let go of the podcast?"
I got kids.
Hey.
You can't. I got kids.
I mean,
but
but
girls say that shit. I
it
got
would-
kids.
At the same time, though, with her kids, though, if you were like, you were just stepdaddy,
Uh-huh.
you don't really have to like ever worry about them getting beat up in school. Like, it's kind of simple for you, bro. All
Because
you gotta,
the kids have powers.
no, you know what? I gotta pick Jessica Rabbit. I'm not dealing with the little baby. I can deal with the quick son. I can deal with the strange little daughter, but the little what's his-
Jack.
I'm not dealing with Jack, bro.
You have to change diapers and shit.
Nah, bro.
That's what I'm saying. When girls say like, "Oh, I have kids," put them to sleep, so I can smash. You know, bro, what's so hard about that, Justin? When girls say, "Oh, I have kids," you have to come to my house. By the time I get there, those fucking kids better be sleeping.
It's 2:00 and he is jumping everywhere.
He's
Why
like,
is he up?
he's like, my daddy said I have to tell him next time you come over. Now I gotta bring my gun. So now it's a shootout.
And you're not shooting Mr. Incredible, bro. Let it go.
You're right.
If you're doing that, you're a family man. That's what I'm saying.
I've always picked Miss Incredible. Yeah, I think Jessica Rabbit's the way to go, guys. Yeah, I think
Today you picked a
3-0,
good one.
dude. She won 3-0, dude. Yeah.
Today you picked a good one, bro.
I know who Josh would pick. He's picking Lola. No, Josh would pick the fish. And he knows why. He knows why. It's an inside family joke. Josh would pick the fish. If he doesn't, he's caused so much fights. Yeah. Yeah. And it's an inside
Josh, you
family
better
joke,
comment. You better comment. Oh man, that's
That fish video has gotten us into so much trouble. I'm done with fish now.
Hey, bro.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Josh would be like, oh, yeah, you fish. Yeah, ringer on the rosy, dog.
Take it.
You guys, like I said, if you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, go to YouTube and look at the images. And everybody, do me a favor, comment below because I heard that does help the YouTube algorithm.
Facts.
Like, if
And
you
on top of
comment,
that-
it'll push the video more.
Yeah, that or even just a simple like. If you don't feel like writing, just like and share. That takes 2 seconds. You don't have to type anything. If you can't spell, nobody got to care. And on top of that, there's plenty more videos, like you said, other channels. If y'all check the YouTube, if you check the YouTube, it's free. Stop playing around.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Daddy can't spell either. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you can't spell, then like it's cool. I can't spell either, really. So
Got them dumb fingers, bro.
you know what I mean? The next topic, So next topic, I'm super excited to talk to you about. Yeah, Wonder Woman 84.
The feeling is not mutual.
Before we get started, guys, me and Ricky love DC. Ricky's a way bigger DC fan than I am, but
I don't know. He has the tattoo, y'all.
I want to respect your guys'. Everybody's gonna have different opinions about this, okay?
You know what that means, y'all. He about to shit on it.
No, everybody's gonna have different opinions, guys. And I want to be respectful. Like if you liked it, if you didn't like it, cool. And I just want to hear why.
Yeah, right.
Now, I told you this yesterday, and I don't think you believe me. I don't think you believe me.
Nope, not at all.
Wonder Woman 1 is probably my favorite DCEU movie that they put out.
Over Man of Steel.
Okay, over Man of Steel, no. So it's probably top 3 then.
Okay, I'll
It's
take
top
that.
3.
I'll take that. Fair.
Wonder Woman 1's amazing.
Fair.
It's an awesome movie.
Yes.
It actually proved to all these people we don't hate women like you guys say we do.
Facts.
We
That idea of you
don't-
guys don't need a main female lead, yeah.
You know, people say, oh, sexist this, sexist that. You guys just don't like women. That's not true. We like it when it's well written, like every other movie we like.
Yeah, because
Okay.
women, I don't see y'all coming to really talk about how many times we shit on each other's movies, okay? There's plenty of guy movies I can name. I mean, we talk about them. I used to work with you in electronics. There are so many movies that we talk about that are horrible by men. Great actors.
Great actors, just horrible movies.
Right,
So
so
it's not about women, bro. It's not about, when people say like, it's always the argument, women and people of color. Oh, you don't like Finn because he's black. No, I don't like Finn because the writers don't know how to write a good character.
I'm gonna be real. A lot of black people wondering why Finn was even there as a character.
Well, I know because they didn't understand that
Right.
that the clones died off at a
Right.
certain point. They had
And-
to recruit
right.
people, yeah.
And Mace Windu goes hard. Continue, just as PS.
So I watched it twice, this Wonder Woman 84, okay? First time I watched it, I was like, what?
Right.
What?
Right.
I watched it again last night because I knew we were going to be doing this review.
Right.
And I was like, hey, maybe I'll watch it a second time and my opinion will change. I have watched it twice now, and I like it more the second time.
Okay. Can I also ask you something while you're continuing? What were you thinking? So you remember the second one pretty well, right?
Yeah.
So going into this first one, were there any thoughts?
You mean?
The second one. Were there any thoughts? But the first time.
Well, I was excited, one, because I knew they were going to be doing the 80s.
Okay.
So I was looking forward to a bunch of good 80s music, classic 80s ballads, maybe,
Really?
kind of like some Stranger Things. Like
Oh,
Stranger
okay,
Things does a
okay.
good
Okay.
when they portray that time era.
Right.
They always portray like 80s, 70s things.
It's a show. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that fact too. But I knew like for the movie they could do some stuff.
Yeah. Which they did.
And they
Fanny
definitely
packs.
did the look for sure.
Fanny packs.
The fanny packs, the coloring of the movie was definitely
Right.
80s. So
Totally.
when I watched it the first time, I didn't really like the quote unquote villain Maxwell Lord.
Right. I had mixed feelings at the beginning. Right.
The wishing stone, I thought the first time around I thought it was stupid, and I thought
Okay.
it created a lot of plot holes.
Okay.
One of the plot holes we'll get into later revolved kind of around the cheetah
Okay.
and Wonder Woman's love interest.
Right.
The wishing stone just created. So besides that, the CGI again, I don't even feel like I want to bring it up because I always shit on DC CGI,
Yeah.
and I feel like I'm just a broken record at this point. I get it; they don't make good CGI.
They don't.
Okay,
not
cool,
all
let's
the time.
move
And I
on.
mean, every CGI was good except for that one scene we both know. So, because there's not a complaint I think you had besides that one scene where they try to do that trick. So,
Yeah, and we'll
not
talk
to
about
spoil
that.
it. Yeah.
And we'll talk about that. And by the way, guys, spoilers for if you
Right. Because we're about to get into
we're
it.
about to get heavy. But I want to hear from you first. What you liked about it, what you didn't. I want to hear from you.
Deep. So in which way? Because I can say from like a comic book standpoint. So, like, in which way? Like just the first time?
Okay, so overall,
Overall, how'd I feel?
like, because obviously, like, not many people, like, you're super big into comic books.
I'm not.
Well, I thought the way you talk to me, and
I
the way you
just-
describe yourself, yeah, I thought you would be, but
I like having a background to whatever I'm getting into. So even like Star Wars, if you notice, like our first couple of shows together, I would ask you a shitload of questions. I just wanted to know,
and I love that about you.
Right, I don't want to go into something and be like, "Oh, this is stupid," and be like, "I didn't get it," and then it makes sense later, and now I feel like an asshole, or I didn't notice it, and now it's actually really cool. Because like, remember I told you, one big thing I didn't know about Star Wars with that, like there are actually like fighting styles and more so a mentality that goes along with Star Wars. You know,
I
grew
remember that.
right. So I just thought it was just like, okay, it's lightsabers, whatever. So for this movie, I just kind of, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I just expected a little bit of background lore between Justice League and all that. So, and on top of that, like, I always like to think, like, what is our character? I mean, you talk about this heavy. Spider-Man, right? When you think about how Spider-Man's supposed to be and what they show us, it's a little different.
Yeah, the comic book version versus what we've got on screen
Right.
before.
She
Yeah.
needs one. He needs Mary Jane. He needs his parents. So we see how Peter Parker's supposed to be. We see how Spider-Man's supposed to be. For Wonder Woman, unlike the rest of them, it's like, dude, she's always Wonder Woman. There is no I'm Bruce Wayne. There is no I'm Clark Kent. She doesn't have a secret identity.
She's always Princess Diana.
Right. And on top of that, she's also kind of I would say her personality's never changed compared to the other two. Like, remember I told you actually one day she didn't really have any problems. So when I went in here, the only thing I was wondering was Steve Trevor gonna fit? Because he was probably gonna be used her as some feeling to make her feel better and basically give her some humanity. And so when I came in watching it, I really only cared about the relationship she was gonna do and the progression, like character development. Action wise, I was disappointed. Say that flat, just go back and forth. Action wise, I was disappointed. I really liked the girl Barbara or
Minerva.
But I really liked the actress who played her.
Such a comic book name too, by the way.
Right, Barbara.
I love
Minerva.
it. I love shit like that.
Right, I fuck with it. Maxwell Lord, I hated at the beginning. Like you, I hated him. And then when I kind of watched the story a little more and I let it go, I was like, you know, this is 80s and just to keep it like flat out, I saw what they were trying to do. And for me, I felt like it's like a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's not a horrible movie. It's like, I would argue if anybody who said this is like Suicide Squad.
I
bad.
say 7's a good, fair rating. That's fair,
Right,
dude.
because it wasn't action packed, but it didn't feel like it was trying to be.
No, it wasn't trying to be at all, actually.
Right,
They tried to fit more character development in
And
this one.
and nobody was inherently evil. You know what I mean?
Everybody had a good perp. Yeah, when we were watching it last night, Emily, you know, Maxwell Lord's character, Emily's like, oh, this is a bad guy? He just wants to make his son proud of him.
Yeah, he really felt like as soon as he got called a loser and his son spent his wish on him, I felt for him at that scene. That scene really did it for him. He was like, no. And he tried to hug him. I was like, damn, bro, like you're the problem in this whole show, but you really, you wanted your son to wish for something that made his life better, not yours, because you didn't need it like that.
Yeah.
So he was a bad dad. That was about the gist of it.
Yeah, he was a horrible dad, but like his intentions were there.
Yeah. And so I think it was like, for me, this really wasn't like a superhero movie. It was almost like it's like a feel-good movie, you know? Almost kind of, because one other movie did it, and one of the reviewers we were talking about actually said that too. So
Jeremy Johns or Chris Duckman?
Mostly I would say both of them. The vibe that they were going with, and shout out to both of them. Like, watch you guys' stuff all the time.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Great
Yeah,
shit.
you guys, awesome channels, by the way.
Great channels if you guys ever check them. But I was looking, and one big thing they said about the show that they just weren't feeling where they understood was kind of just the fact that she was it was conveying the message, you know. And I got that, and you know, like she was losing her powers because she was trying to have too much, kind of like Spider-Man 2, or kind of, in my opinion, right, like Iron Man 2.
And I wanted to ask you about that now that you're here. So, I'm calling her Cheetah, but her name's Barbara. Did Barbara go through that in the movie? Did she lose her powers? Like, was Wonder Woman the only one that has like lost her powers at some point?
Yeah, Wonder Woman lost her powers, I'm pretty sure, because the whole time they kept saying, you see how she kept talking truth? Truth, 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 truth. The lasso of truth.
Yeah, the lasso of truth, which
Right.
is
So
it's a fire name for that.
everything didn't make sense. So if nothing makes sense, how can you say something's true? So I think that's what fucked up her powers. That wasn't explicitly explained, but if you look at how much that word was thrown around, and you and her parents saying, "No,
her
you
speeches
cheated."
of it.
Yeah, you cheated. No, and in truthful, that's kind of why she wanted that. Because I always thought that was weird at the beginning. I was like, really, Wonder Woman, you're just gonna try to be friends with this girl to grab the little the rock basically and wish, and she gave like a half-ass wish, like whatever. But it still showed that, like, because remember me and you said it. Anybody who thinks this movie sucks, I would ask you, and I would ask anybody, think of any superhero you like and really ask me, or really ask yourself, what does Wonder Woman's inward problem? What's her emotional or mental issue?
Her N-word?
Like
Her
what
inner problem?
Yes,
Yeah,
what does she what
yeah.
demons does she battle with? We know Batman has trust issue. We know Superman's kind of naive and not the smartest. We know Captain America's was being naive, we know Iron Man's hard-headed. We know Hulk doesn't trust. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man might be going too easy on you, but her problem is like nothing.
And her problem should have been that she lives longer than everybody else.
Which is a way you could have went, right?
You could have went. Like, her problem is like, hey, every time I get attached to somebody or I try to create a family, they're gonna die before I die.
And I feel like that's kind of where
that's a problem.
It sucks, but
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of where they were going with, and it wasn't the best executed, but I feel like that's kind of where they were going with the whole scene of, because the only one it wasn't bad, but it's used the whole moment when he said it, like, girl, I had a good life. Like, he's 100 years out of his timeline. And one of those dudes, same thing we just said, those reviewers said it, like, you just pluck somebody's life. I'm a part of somebody's life now. Like, I just use somebody's body. I'm inhabiting his body right now.
I didn't get that either. Why can't they just give us Steve?
Yeah, he just could have came
Why
back
couldn't
weird.
it just be Steve? Why was it some...
But
okay, was
that
she
doesn't
seeing
ruin
that
it,
guy's
though.
body? Or what I'm trying to understand is, we saw Steve Trevor.
Right.
But was she seeing Steve Trevor,
No,
or she
no.
was seeing the other guy?
No,
But why were we seeing Steve Trevor?
It was that scene. It's because unlike DC, they still have like it's stuff spacious.
Uh-huh.
But he repeated that when he grabbed her arm. See, I'm not gonna lie to you, I confused me too. I thought she hasn't seen Steve Trevor in so long that he had to say something like
Similar.
to make her remember. Yes. But when he looked in the mirror, it shows that no, she only sees him as Steve now that he said that. But he's in somebody else's body. That's why he said, "Hey, give this dude this dude's body I took a chance. You got to do something else." And personally, like I said, the only thing comic book you can really get from watching Wonder Woman is, bro, she doesn't need anybody. She's a warrior, or she's a very compassionate person. That was it. So I liked her dynamic between her and Barbara. But I feel like the only things that people I feel like are like legit bad in that movie, or you may not like the message, one, because, and remember we talked about this, I'm kind of tired of every single time the world's about to get destroyed. This was a different feel with the world naturally being bad from everything everybody wished. Mm-hmm. It felt different. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like it was one solid thing. It felt like you kind of have to battle with how people are.
Like everybody pushes the nuke button.
Right.
And it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
Like,
cheesy, but at the same time, I was like 80, so...
It did give me a lot of Austin Powers vibes.
Yes.
For some reason. I'm sorry, I just...
But and that was the 80s, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, I had to separate it. So for me, the first time, until I got to the end of the movie, that's when, for me personally, 8 out of 10. I hate the fight scene at the end. I do. And I do not like how much time they gave Maxwell Lord compared to Barbara. I feel like Barbara should have stayed Cheetah.
I don't,
So if you want to argue a 7, I'll take that too.
You brought up a good point. Like, she wasn't really a villain, right?
Neither one.
More screen time in this movie for sure shouldn't have been 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
2 hours at the most. Cut 40 minutes out. It's less boring. There's less filler.
They should have kept her as Barbara and gave her another fight scene.
She shouldn't have.
She shouldn't have taken back her wish.
I don't think that's why they gave her a lot of screen time, bro. Because think about it, she already isn't really a villain, and her reasonings for being Cheetah,
They were trash.
I can't argue with that.
Right?
She just wants to be someone important. She wants to be someone that's a bumbling, stumbling Edward Nygma character.
Right, and I think that's why I liked her as a character, and I feel like her reason wasn't that bad. Like, Wonder Woman was losing because of Trevor. She got her powers back when she put her wish back. Mm-hmm. After that, Maxwell Lord did 90% of everybody else. But I feel like it would have been fine if she would have just been like, no. She had no attachment, so just her being like, I feel bad, that was my minus. I'm like, no. This character is good enough because Wonder Woman, she never felt like she hated her anyway. Like that whole scene, why were you hanging from... You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like she was trying to kill her. If you look at one, and I guess because I probably sound like a broken record. If you look at Wonder Woman 1, last fight scene, right? Mm-hmm. And you look at that fight scene, Wonder Woman was not serious. And I told you before, that first movie, she was knocking dudes' heads off. Humans. When Trevor died, she was socking people. They didn't show it, but she slow-moed and right-hooked everybody and their heads flew off.
She was going head to head with Ares, bro.
Bro, so on this one, it just felt like they could have kept her for a next movie because Cheetah's not bad. You don't have to kill her. She's not like Joker.
They think they
know?
are bringing her back for the third movie. There's rumors that
Yeah, let her come back because she was a good villain, not the best executed wise, but
she
the actor
bodied. There was a point in the movie where she bodied it. She said Wonder Woman's trying to talk her out of being Cheetah. Remember?
Yeah.
Or look, she's like, yeah, but what does that do for you? And Wonder Woman couldn't answer her.
Yeah, she's like, look at you. What is it taking away from you?
What does this take away from you with me having this? And Wonder Woman couldn't answer her.
Yeah, like, bro, leave me alone.
Leave me alone, bro. Yeah, and I was like, ooh.
And that's why at the end of the day, she had to be like, all right, Trevor, I'm gonna get rid of you because it's like, yeah, girl, you're not meant to have this dude. You just want him.
And when she waltzed out, let's talk about it, bro. When she waltzes out looking like straight from the Cats movie.
Yeah.
And they even know, and Chris Stuckman even pointed this out, how they shot it in low light to cover up the bad CGI of that part.
Yeah. That was lazy. It was lazy. And I would have accepted it if the fight was good. If the fight was good, I would have accepted it. Because remember, we've talked before. I don't always need the best graphics as long as what you're showing me, it looks like it took some time.
Yeah.
That did not look like it took any time. That was a 30-second fight, bro.
And she was beating. And okay, now maybe you or Justin, anybody can chime in and answer this one. How did she get her suit? Because I know in the beginning she has to win the Olympic game type thing to get the suit, whatever. Like, does she go and do a quick Olympic game and get the suit, or does she already have it? Or they didn't really explain that part.
It was, and that's why I said if you want to say it's a 7, because the story was kind of all over the place. It felt a little bit like, unless you kind of know Wonder Woman, you're not gonna know like why she would do some of this shit. It felt like there was
multiple writers, which there is.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, and we said it, Gal Gadot being one. I'm not mad at what she might have put in, just like we said, Ezra Miller or I forgot his name, another actor, but they're not writers. I expect the writers to know better. Like, you know what I'm saying? I expect them to be like, okay, maybe this is convoluted. We've had Spider-Man 3. We know what a bad movie is. We know what too much is at this point. So I'm not taking that as an excuse. Like, you guys can blame it on Gal Gadot all you want, but all you motherfuckers wrote this script.
What do we send at, Justin?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, well, to sum it up, I didn't really like the CGI. The Wish Stone had too many plot holes.
Maxwell Lord was good.
I
think that's fair.
Yeah, I thought
Second
it was fair.
time around.
Because
I actually just
people complained that they thought Wonder Woman raped the guy because it wasn't technically Steve Trevor's body.
That's, oh my gosh, you guys need to let that. You guys
like,
really need to find something else to argue about.
The guy's body that guy's body that was used, he didn't give consent.
Unconscious, and people want to talk about something.
No, but imagine if they. You can agree with me on this one sentiment. That if it was a guy movie doing that to a girl, they would have freaked out, bro.
That would have had more standings.
They would have freaked out if it was like a girl's body that didn't give. Yeah, so.
But quick thing then, because we know what you don't like. What did you like from it? Like, if you had to take 3 big takeaways that you would really like to see, or that you liked the second time, or that you would see more.
So the Steve Trevor thing, even though it fell short for me, I liked the notion that you're just gonna outgrow everybody you love.
Yes, I felt that.
That sucks.
Because he told her to let it go, try something else.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you're just gonna have to realize that no matter who you love and make your family, even though it fell short, I loved that part. I did like the action scenes, like the mall scene, the trucks where she's sliding under them.
That was one of my favorite.
And
I liked their first fight too. I don't know if you did too. Before she got furry.
Oh, at the White House, right?
Just showing her running those heels and smashing on the cop.
She was killing it.
Yeah, it felt good.
She was fucking killing it. I did. So even though I kind of did, so the movie leading up to the Linda Carter scene, where Linda Carter does the end credit scene. Right? Yeah. I was like, fuck, this would have hit harder if the movie was better.
Right.
Right. But I like that because it's like, hey, they're paying homage to like the previous Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
The first live action Wonder Woman. And I always appreciate that stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was happy.
So Maxwell Lord, I like how his character wasn't just like I am a villain. And I like how he just wanted to make his son proud. And he did kind of what Jafar did. Remember, Jafar wished to be the genie or wished to be the lamp. I want to be the wishing stone. I thought that was clever. I was like, okay, you know.
Yeah. It definitely made a new dynamic. And that's what I said. Everything that was going on, it felt original.
Mm-hmm.
You know, any kind of wishes thing, it could feel sloppy, but at the same time, you can't say there's a lot of movies that done that. You know, they've done the whole wishes to get you in trouble, but not in that way.
How old would Bruce Wayne be in this movie?
It's the 80s, so his parents should be dead by now, because we would have to look at the Joker timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what was that, like the 70s, 60s?
I thought the Joker took place in like the late 70s, early 80s.
So he's probably
If
still
we're going off that timeline.
Yeah, because that would obviously mimic the main one. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's at least probably a teenager, probably about to be a young adult soon. In the 90s, he'll be a young adult.
I can see that.
So, which is weird. Yeah, she's kind of like the old hoe of the Justice League.
There was just a couple parts where like she's floating in the sky before she gets the armor.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, what was that?
she can fly.
No, I know, but it was just like
Yeah.
it felt like
I get what
5.
you mean.
It wasn't 10 minutes, right? But it just felt like 10 minutes of her in like bad CGI sky, just like
I'm not.
you know,
I
she's just in
loved
there like
it.
I mean, I get it, right? But it just felt mad long.
And I actually loved it. I'll
Uh-huh.
take it. I loved it, but that might have been the nostalgia in me. Between that and her actually, I can't believe this girl turned it into, because that was just totally fan service right there for the old people. Like, she turned her ship invisible. Well, I was like, okay, you guys are definitely like bodying it with the cameos. Like, yeah, she could do this. She could do this. Hey, but be real with me. She was in there yanking when she was basically swinging with the clouds. I'm sorry. It was wrong.
Okay, do what you gotta do.
It was wrong. It was cool. It was cool.
Overall, I say 7 out of 10, man.
Yes.
I can argue
Solid
8,
7
but
out
I
of
would
10.
say solid 7. It's
Yeah,
not a
solid
6.
7. Solid 7.
Before we end tonight, do you have any advice for you seen the Twisted Tea viral video, right?
Oh yeah.
Do you have any advice for any
Oh yeah.
So what was I don't think the black guy was mad that he was saying the N-word. Wasn't he mad that the white guy was being super aggressive and in his face saying the N-word?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
wasn't that he
'cause
said
at
the
end of the
N-word.
day-
It was like it
at the end
seemed
of the day, a lot of black people realize that, like, yeah, we can't stop you guys from saying whatever.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna call me that
and
and then
aggressive.
be hard.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Got a Twister D.
The fuck out of here. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, that white guy was just like he went overboard.
Smack me. Smack. Bro,
I'll take you to my house right now.
I gotta know though. I really want to know. Did anybody slow mo it, please, and see how that can exploded? That can did not just pop open a little bit, bro. That can fucking exploded on his face. Woo! It was
Yeah, and
loud.
he tried to get up after he got packed out. He still tried to get up. He was like, "Oh no."
He had no hope.
I think Twisted Tea, they owe. I know the black guy's name, so I apologize. They owe him
Some
probably
money.
like a role or
Some
something
money.
in the company,
Right?
like
'Cause
Jared
right
from
now,
Subway.
right now, people gonna sip that just to see.
Yeah,
People gonna sip that just to see. Market yourself. Make
he
a
could be
t-shirt.
the next Jared from Subway.
Make
that's it.
a t-shirt. He'll probably never say this. Make a t-shirt, bro. Make a t-shirt.
And
Market
even the
your merch.
white guy, like the white guy, bro, you're gonna go down in infamy.
Yes.
You will forever be known as the white boy who got smacked with Twisted Tea, bro.
Twisted
Take
tea.
it.
This
Keep
is,
your head up,
this is
bro.
kryptonite. Every
Walk
time
for
people
it.
see him, it's gonna be, hey man, can I get like a double burger with cheese? Nah, but I got this twisted tea right here in the back. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do, motherfucker? Well, yeah, now it's almost like it's like black people's like what is Thor's hammer called?
Oh yeah.
Like when a white person tries to act hard in front of you guys or calls you the N-word, you put your hand out and the Twisted Tea comes like it's like bring Avengers assemble. Boom.
Oh man. Best me. Best me.
Well, it's like, hey, white people, bro, like I've been telling you this.
You gotta slow down
You
on
can't say the N-word in front of every black person, dude.
No.
Sometimes there's gonna be one of them that
that
pops
shit-
you with the Twisted Tea.
At this point in life, keep that shit in close company. Just keep it. Say it to people you love. Because I think it was Marlon Wayans who said this one time on his stand-up. No black guy in America can give you the black pass. Every black pass you get is just for that guy. That's it. If I were to give you the pass, that's it. It only works here. It don't work across borders. It don't work in another place.
Yeah, you can't
was like,
take.
damn.
I can't take the black pass I get from you and go to fucking
Fucking
Warren with it.
Mississippi and shit,
Everybody's
or Warren.
different. Everybody's
Bro,
different, bro.
You
So,
got to.
Yeah.
Every time. But yeah, man, shout out to Twisted Tea. I hope y'all delicious. I'm trying y'all out too.
Yeah, I might go get some after this actually. But yeah, if you guys had in the beginning, like I said, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff on listening platforms, go check it out. The
And if you
GoFundMe link for Ruben will also be in the description.
Yeah, anything you guys can give for that, honestly.
And I'm super proud of me and you. Me and Ricky, we have a good year planned for this year. Me, Dustin, and Ricky. We're gonna body 2021. And one of our videos recently is about to hit 1,000.
Nice.
Our alien video that we made.
Nice.
Yeah, it's about to be 1,000 video views. So I'm super
Appreciate
pumped.
y'all. Keep it going.
I don't know what it was,
not?
but it caught
We'll do
on.
more
It caught
shit.
on, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, people like the subjects. Fuck with them. I'm feeling good.
Well, they don't like my type of alien, like because I'm half alien, because Mexican. They like that type of alien. They like that type of alien. So
They always like having that conversation. Not the other conversation. See, bars.
mega bars. Yeah. Until next time, guys.